Hey, how are you? My name is Tammy Harden and I'm the Unemotional Eater. And I just wanted to talk real quickly about this fear about changing eating habits. There's this crazy part where you're like, who's got a fear about that? But there really is a fear. There's this fear that I'm never, ever, ever going to get to eat those things that I like again. There's this fear that, what's going to happen? How am I going to fit in? What am I going to do on Christmas and Easter and Halloween? And, what am I going to do on my wedding day if I can't have wedding cake? What am I going to do? And there's so much comfort in we've just written so many stories around food. So there's this fear of what's going to happen to us if we begin to change our eating patterns. What are people going to think of us? How are we going to fit into our family, or our friends if we start doing it differently? And so I just want you to know those are all like perfectly normal feelings, responses, thoughts. And so I just want to, real quickly just do a little tapping routine around that, just to start to wake your spirit up a little bit, just to start to help your mind just have another thought. And so tapping on the karate chop point, even though I have this fear of changing my eating habits, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there's this part of me that has this fear around changing my eating habits, I deeply and completely accept myself. Even though there's this part of me that is just so freaked out about changing my eating habits, I'm so scared about it, I deeply and completely accept myself. And then tapping through the points, this fear about changing my eating habits. This fear that I won't be like other people. This fear that I'll have to suffer around other people. This fear that they'll be having all the fun and I'll be eating boring food. This fear that I won't have what I want. This fear that I'll never taste anything good again. This fear that all the food will be boring. This fear that I'll be boring. This fear that I'll never have fun with food again. This fear that it'll just be boring and bland. I'm open to the possibility that I can begin to change my food. I'm open to the possibility that I can find good, healthy food to eat that tastes great. I'm open to the possibility that I can find balance with all foods. I'm open to the possibility that maybe what I know about food is not completely true. I'm open to the possibility that I may enjoy some of the changes. I'm open to the possibility that this might actually be fun. I'm open to the possibility that there's a whole world out there that I didn't even know exists. I'm open to the possibility that this could be way more exciting than I ever knew before. I'm open to the possibility that I can find new ways to be in balance around food. It's safe for me to be calm and relaxed around food. It's safe for me to be calm, balanced, and safe around food. It's safe for me to begin to make changes. I let it go. Grab your wrist, take a deep breath. And that was just a really quick tapping routine. You just repeat after me through that. But the idea is to begin to allow your mind to open up to other possibilities. I subscribe to the all foods are on. I've been eating them anyway. I just subscribe that as I become more balanced around food, and then I don't have all this excitement around food anymore, then my body is naturally going to want the foods that make it feel energized and alive, and it no longer seeks out the food that look like the party fun foods but leaves my body feeling just wiped out and lethargic. And so as I begin to tap my taste buds started changing. The cravings that I had were different. And so you may find that as you change the inside in your response around food, that may happen to you too. This may not be just as hard as you think it is. There's a whole world of possibilities. There's foods that I discovered that just weren't in my realm as long as I was eating these other foods, and they're pretty good. I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything. So we'll talk again really soon. Hope this helped.